the vertex form or complete square form of a quadratic expression. Write the quadratic expression x squared plus 4x plus 1 into form x minus p to be squared plus q. We'd recognize this as a vertex or complete square form. I'm going to use the array model to help me do this. If we're to place x squared plus 4x into the array in a perfect square formation, we'd split the 4x, 2x and 2x along the x diagonal. If I factorize the top line here, we get x times x plus 2. And along the other side, x plus 2 as well. 2 times 2 are 4. So the perfect square, x plus 2 by x plus 2, or x plus 2 squared, would be equal to x squared plus 4x plus 4. So this is a related perfect square to our given quadratic. They're slightly different, however. Our quadratic is x squared plus 4x plus 1. By comparison, we can see this is 3 smaller than x plus 2 to be squared. So we could write it as x plus 2 to be squared minus 3. So this is the first part of the question answer. We've expressed it in the form that's been requested. We can see that instead of negative p, we have plus 2. So the p value is negative 2. And instead of q, we have negative 3. The q value is negative 3. We're then being asked to find the minimum point and the minimum value of the expression. If this was a quadratic function and we graphed it, the minimum value or output of the function, we could just read it from this vertex form. It happens at negative 3. That's the smallest value. The reason why this happens would be that the x plus 2 to be squared, the smallest value that could have would be 0, because anything squared could never be negative, and that would happen when x would have the value negative 2, because negative 2 plus 2 is 0. So negative 2 is the x value, and negative 3 is the y value for the minimum point of this. The minimum value of the function or of the expression itself is just negative 3. The final part of the question is asking us to solve the equation. We could use a quadratic formula to do this. However, it's easy to use the complete square form that we have here already. So we know that x plus 2 to be squared minus 3 is equal to 0. If we add 3 to both sides, that will give us that x plus 2 to be squared is equal to 3. Now, if we square root each side, we see that x plus 2 is equal to positive or negative the square root of 3. Be careful about that. And finally, we take 2 from both sides, giving that x is equal to negative 2 plus or minus the square root of 3. And there are 2 solutions.